It's one of the fastest growing infectious diseases in the United States. But for about 10% of the patients treated for Lyme disease, the symptoms don't go away, they continue.
No, and it's referred to as chronic Lyme disease or post-treatment Lyme disease syndrome. But no matter what you call it, people don't know, the doctors can't even, I don't know what you have.
Awful.
So let's find out what ABC2's Ashley James can tell us tonight about this.
It started with bad headaches and then a tingling sensation in her arm.
And it kind of feels as though your foot's falling asleep. But that sensation never dismantled, it never went away. And as that grew, there was also a burning sensation under my skin as well.
But it wasn't until Grace Beal woke up one morning and hit the floor that the 24-year-old knew she needed to get help.
Get ready?
Doctors diagnosed Grace with Lyme disease on November 30th. She immediately started treatment, hoping to get some relief, but her treatment was unsuccessful.
I went through about 3 courses of antibiotics, and when I knew that wasn't working, we had to start looking at other courses of treatment as well.
Grace is about 1 of 10% of patients with Lyme disease who continue to have symptoms after treatment.
90% of people get diagnosed and treated and go on and live life the way they were before, but it's this 10% that develop chronic symptoms that we call post-treatment Lyme disease syndrome, and it's what its name says it is. It's after treatment, but they have lingering symptoms, and it can be quite debilitating.
Grace says she still suffers from migraines, heart palpitations, hearing issues, and fatigue, and there's no telling when these symptoms will go away. Dr. John Alcott, the director of the Johns Hopkins Lyme Disease Research Center, says for everyone, it's different.
The 10% of patients that don't get better, sometimes the symptoms go away on their own over the first few months, but sometimes they don't, and some of the patients with post-treatment Lyme disease syndrome remain ill for years.
But for the outside world looking in, Grace, like many other people battling the disease, looks healthy, making it hard to understand what these patients are really going through.
Can you give it back? Thank you.
We know the patients are suffering. We know that they were healthy one day, got Lyme disease, and were treated but never recovered their prior health. So we believe their symptoms. We know that they're not making it up. It's not just in their head. But it's still very difficult to find the laboratory manifestations, and that makes it difficult to understand how to treat the patients.
Because there is no FDA-approved therapy for post-treatment Lyme disease syndrome, many patients like Grace are now turning to alternative treatments.
Evergreen, and they're called pearls instead of like pills. But
in patients with these chronic symptoms, our tools are limited. And so patients often supplement or complement with other therapies. And actually, some of those make a lot of sense. Things that can help with pain management, like acupuncture or mindfulness therapy, can be very helpful.
Good boy.
the thing is with my treatment now, it's really all about symptom management and how to get me back to being the most normal self I can be.
Grace is preparing to leave her job to focus full-time on her treatment and getting healthy. Doctors say the key is to catch Lyme disease early. As soon as you find that tick, remove it. Symptoms of Lyme disease include the red round skin lesion. Sometimes the bite is confused for a spider bite. Others can experience summer flu-like symptoms. That is also a red flag. For ABC2 News, I'm Ashley James.